うんうん。これで上に登れるでしょ。オートセーブ。マイクなんかいるよ。結構人いる。営業開始。
Hello, sweetie.
Hello. ハンサムさん。
You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
ほう、これが同僚？ピンボールマシン。ちょっと同僚を置いておこう。
You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get.
是が非でも
Your
カラオケを
emotions
し
need
な
to
け
be
ればなりませ
expressed.
ん。
People need to know your vast oceanic soul.
俺の心の途方が動
Utterly.
き。
And
おっしゃ
it
る通りでご
needs
ざ
to
い
be
ます。
heard.
内陸帝国ってなんだ？こいつか。虫の知らせ直感。まだレベルアップはできない。
Through a PA system, by other people, whether they like it or not. Ram it up their ears, says your adrenaline gland. Violently express yourself. You should sing the sad small church song from that tape you found. Thought it was obvious. Serves them right. Wipe that smirk off their face with your sad, tragic, small church song. Who's laughing now? You would need another copy of the tape first, though. The one upstairs is destroyed.
それにはまずあの歌のテープのコピーが必要です。あなたの部屋のテープ破壊されてましたので。そうですね。タスクが強い。カラオケを歌い月曜日。夜の時間帯が続きますよ。悲しい曲の入ったテープを取るか。へえ、こんな感じなんです。なんかサブタスクみたいなのがある。へえ。おもろ。タスクね。はいはい。こうやって歩いてるだけか。感覚がなんか話しかけてくるから。夏限定で冬季をしよう。今3月だっけ。一回見に行って、反対側に何があるのか見てきたい。ちょっとロードに時間かかんな、これ。なんでさ。あ、いけた。あ、最初、この読み込みだけか。なんかある感覚が。
You should pick that fat, juicy cigarette butt from the tray, light it up, and smoke the living shit out of it. Who knows what you are? A monster, a murderer, the gnome of Jeroma? You feel like a smoker, especially when you look at that juicy, succulent, seductive cigarette stub, still smoldering deliciously.
でも彼女はフィルターの部分を折ったもんね。
How very astute of you. This renders it ineffectual. You should look for a whole cigarette, or better yet, an entire pack. Strike that. A carton. Make sure they're all healthy and able-bodied. Then smoke them all.
そうだな。
Good. Thinking about yummy cigarettes in your mouth is the next best
最高のツー
thing.
最後
Make sure you think about juicy sticks of tobacco all the
タスクが
time,
追加さ
though.
れそう。
It doesn't count if it's not all the time. And when you're done thinking about them, graduate to getting
なん
them.
か時間進んでるね。
Plus, smoking them gives massive bonuses.
ボーナスがつく。なんか上がんのかな。タバコを手に入れる。こっち行きたいな。ここ行きたいんだよ。なんだ、テラスみたいなこと。なんか落ちてる。靴じゃない俺の。マジでちょっと待って。両方手に入れた。これ上から落としちゃったってこと？
There they both are. Two identical shoes, both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin, reunited on your feet.
待って、これ普通の警官が履くような靴
It's
に見えない
pretty
んだよね。
clear a normal cop
どう考
is
え
not
ても
what you
これ
are.
は普通の警官じゃない。
You may be what they call a big, thick cop.
ビッグディックカップ。
Good, they're balanced,
気力
comfy.
気力
Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told.
バランスが取れてて、両方履いただけだよね。OK。あともう一個なんかある。海沿いなんだね。もうない。下があるけど、これはあいつがいいと思う。戻ろう。よかった。てか、靴手に入れないで行くと。そんなこともある。帰ろう。まだなんか家の中できちゃいそうだよな。可能性低い選択肢も結構やってった方がいいのかな。あ、てかこの人話しかけてない。マスターみたいな人。
A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down
学
again.
生？へえ。
That was disdain in his eyes. Even now he's purposely
軽蔑され
ignoring
てい
you.
る。見よ
A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it, most likely on a wall.
どこ？引き剥がされた。土台、壁どこだろ
A small engraved steel tag says, The Great Skua, Ste Koaris Skua.
う。スコア。お、
Look,
Question for
your
Bishop.
buddy is over there. Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead.
巻いたな。見て。
A competent work of taxi. Looks like the bird was a small engraved steel tag said,
Look, your buddy
Oh,
is
what is
over
going on
there.
now?
Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
He pretends not to hear you. Constant.
Oh no, you're a hero. A real hero cop.
あんたはヒーローで本物のヒーロー警官。皮肉を言うのはやめてくれ。
Am I? Or did you ride in, take the body down, solve the murder, and not trash my hostel room?
待って。皮肉を言うなんならあんたは現場にいち早く乗り込んで死体を下に下ろして殺人事件を解決して俺のホステルの部屋をめちゃくちゃにしないでくれたか。
No, you see, actually, you didn't. You haven't done anything even remotely useful
あ
since
ん
you
たがこ
got
こに来て
here.
以来人の役に立つ試しはないんだ。
No, I haven't seen you around. I'm not always here.
なんということだ。
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
カフェテリアマンジャー。
He's very animated all of a sudden. This seems like a touchy subject.
カフェテリアとバーテンダーは違うと。これ失礼だな。どう違うんだ。
I have 3 cafeterias to manage. 3. Sylvie tends the bar here, not me. I'm only standing in.
そのシルビーはどうしてる？
She just, you know.
どうしたんだ？会話がどこまで続くんだろうな。わかんねえな。相棒のとこ行かないと。なんかダブルクリックで走れる。さあ。あとなんか触れるのない？なんかあるよ。何これ？これ触れないの？なんかこれは何？なんだこれ？回復アイテムか。ぽいな。これは？なんか違うところの扉を刺してる。いいよ。
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. You.
Kim, キツラギ。
As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. On the sleeve of his bomber jacket, as well as on its back, are the same enigmatic white rectangles as on your blazer.
彼のジャケットの片打ちと背中にははいはい、これさっきあったよね、自分のやつも。謎めいた白い長方形がある。握手しない。
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Prison 57. You must be from the 41st.
警部補、所属は57分署。君が40分署。
You realize he is waiting for your name.
再挑戦はできない。これはレッドスキルチェックだ。再挑戦はできない。自分の名前を考案する。おもろいな。名前がわかんない。
Okay then. It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here? If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
準備はできている。イエスだ。準備はできていない。聞き込みはそうだ。警察だ。自分が警官だってことは違う。
Right. And the interviews?
聞き込み
At the 57th, we like to prepare an initial list of persons of interest, and then just skim the surface, prepare the field, get to know the players. You don't do that? Maybe it's not an inter-district practice.
準備はできていない。
Okay, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
死体だって
Mm-hmm.
死体は好きじゃない。
Sure. But did you take it down from the tree?
それな。
Does that mean the body is no longer in the tree?
いや。
So, the body is still in the tree.
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious he would have preferred for the body to no longer.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
What a shame. Get to it now. Rip that body down from the tree.
俺が警官だとどうしてそこまで自信を持って言える何をすればいいかもう一回教えてくれ。俺が引き
After it's been up in a tree for that long, any kind of ripping is in
Delicate goods filled with stinking horrors.
なるほど。
I was sent here to meet a detective from Precinct 41. You have the insignia of the citizens' militia on your sleeve and on your back.
市民軍
I suppose you could be impersonating him. You could have gotten the insignia from the black market or forged it. But for now, I'm going to set those possibilities aside. I'm not from the Inspectorate General.
監察総監
Internal affairs. And I'm not them. I'm from criminal investigation. Yes,
ただの白い長方形に見え
they're
る
not just white rectangles. They bear a halogen watermark with the letters RCM and a pattern resembling the street grid of Revachol
ハ
West.
ロゲンランプ
I would ask you to step into the headlights of my motor carriage. But again, it's none of my concern. I just need you to do your job. You mean you don't have a badge? Losing your identification card
何
is a
バッジの
serious
紛
matter.
失を報告
My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I would advise you to locate it as quickly as possible. But getting the body down should still take precedence.
思い出
I
せ
can
ない
see you drank last night and the night before, and that you are still drunk now. But I have seen officers go through worse. Much worse. If you need something for your headache, there is a general store nearby. But as I said, the dead body should be our #1 concern.
A painkiller would be good about now. This thing is pulsating with discomfort.
頭痛薬
The best cure for a headache is, of course, morphine. They won't have
あれだ
that. So cigarettes will have to do.
すげえこいつタバコをしてくるよ本当は警官じゃないって言っ
We all feel that way sometimes. There is no such thing as a police officer, I'm afraid. What remains is that there is a dead body in the tree. Someone has to figure out who put it there. If we don't, no one else will.
た
But first, we have to take it down.
行こ
After you, officer.
うカフェテリアの店長に事情を聞きなんか2人になった
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to
Party?
him whenever by interacting with him.
会話ができるこういうパーティーがあっ
Yes?
た俺が記憶を完全に失っていくことはあんたは知ってよ
No response. He just arches his brow.
Have you tried concentrating on something other than your personal affairs?
冷たい
There is a sudden, harsh edge to his voice, like he's tired of hearing about your personal affairs.
話を進めるへえそう言われても自分が所属している組織なんて基本的な知識
Fine.
すら知らない
We should get through this day first. Off hours begin at 9 p.m. If you're still having trouble then, I can give you an orientation.
タスクバッジの紛失店長に話を聞く遺体を調べるキムと一日の終わりの打ち合わせ ファーリンラブ、ここは今こうか。バルコニーでキムと話し合いをしろ。なるほどね。22時以降、ちょっとこれ覚えておかなきゃいけないの。すごいな。ウェーブ3時から言う。うんうん。完了したのが、片方の靴を探せ。そんなのあったっけ。あは。個人的
Not a
知ら
fan.
ないのか。
It's just the nature of lieutenancy.
何に
Try work, the case at hand. It can work miracles.
あは。医者の治療が必要だと思うん
Really?
ですよね。
You look fine to me. This psychodrama is unbecoming of an officer.
脳の損傷
Then you should consider seeking medical attention. You can use the radio in my kinema to call your station's Lazareth.
ラザレ
Was
ス。
there anything else you wanted?
あなたは
Me?
Yes.
I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation.
お互いを理解し合えば仕事がはかどる。冴えないメガネ。これ言いそうだけど、パワー系が言いそうだけど。
That's a fair point. Alright, for the good of the investigation, what do you want to know?
この辺りの人間とは見た目が違う。
That's because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My father's father was from Seoul. So was my grandmother, from my mother's side. It's not an interesting topic.
ソウル人とは
It's a part of the world, officer. A geopolitical entity and a geographic division. I told you it wouldn't be interesting.
ソウルのことを知りた
You're
い。
barking at the wrong tree. I don't speak a word of Seolite. I've never met either one of my grandparents, and I've never been to Seoul. I'm a regular
それがソウ
Habashirian.
ル人だよ。なるほどね。アメリカと韓国とかそんな感じの位置づけなんかな。自分自身と話すことはあるかこれは自分のことだね。あんたはメガネを。
That's correct.
That's correct.
That makes him a Beano
Megaleo.
clone. Completely uncopped material, if you say so yourself.
メガネはクールだよね。
Are they? They're mostly just cumbersome.
そうなんだ。自分自身
What do you
話すこと
mean?
あるか自分の脳みそ
I have no idea what you're talking about.
ということはあんたが
I can't say that it does, no. When I need to think, I just...
The lieutenant produces his small blue notebook and idly thumbs through a few. You're super lucid, yet psychedelic. You don't need office supplies to connect to your nervous system. You're special.
俺はスペシャルだと。
No.
おっとそう。
The lieutenant nods.
シンプルに言われちゃった。今のところ以上だ。
Good. Let's change the subject.
あんた俺を尾行してみる。
Excuse me?
Excuse me? 俺が
Detective, if I may be frank, you seem to be in a deranged state. You have trouble remembering things. You've misplaced your badge. I cannot let you act in the name of the RCM without supervision until you've regained control of your faculties.
RCM
That would be us, the Revachol Citizens Militia.
どんなものか知ってる。
That's good. Some you time? This is a police investigation, not a journey of self-discovery. You'll still have your evenings to yourself. Please do. We wouldn't want your regiment to spill over into the investigation.
次元について教えて
What do you want to know?
全部。
Maybe you can tell me what you do know to help me narrow it down
文
a
字通
bit.
り何も知らない。
Do you want me to brief you?
いや、出たとこ勝負でいく。で、どういうことだ。手短にか助かる。
3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute.
湾岸労働者と物流会社で労働の通報したのは誰
To find him or her is one of our tasks here. For now, all we know is that the tone was muffled using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex.
なぜ
There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that.
そうね、警察とは独自の組織ができてしまったのか。
That's right.
経験値もろた。完了したのか。事件のことを聞き。OK？ 管轄が違うのにどうして
I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition.
どういう意味だ
You don't know? I assumed you were in on it.
知ってるだろ。逆行性健忘。
Better still than an imbecile cop-off. It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want my take, ask me after we've inspected the victim.
いいよ話して
Later.
くれ。
Was there anything else you wanted to know about the case?
怪人
No,
事件ですか
it's not a particularly mysterious case.
そうなの
The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that.
異世界的なものが関わってると思ってた。俺個人としては労働闘技がめちゃくちゃ怪奇な現象だと思っている。
Then you are in luck, because we are in the midst of a major strike by the dock workers union. Maybe more than that. The union clearly wants a piece, not just of the industrial harbor, but the Wild Pines Corporation itself. I expect the case itself to be less challenging than navigating these community matters. This district isn't used to the RCM's presence, and the union rarely overplays its hand, as it appears to have done in this case.
ふむふむ。
Good.
OK。すんげえ情報量だな。で、店長に話を聞きに行きましょう。あ、ついてくる。これさ、これ取れないのこれ取れないんだ。なんでこれ奥にあるのかなもしかして。さて、これで自分の種のラザレス健康問題を解決するために。これさ、外に出れるのかな一回。出れる？あ、出れるね。車があんのかな。すごいいっぱい車ある。すげえ人いっぱいいるじゃん。
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with? We don't see a lot of police around here, that's all. Of course. What can I help you with? Excuse me? Oh, well, I didn't write it there. I'm just sitting here. I don't know anything about that either.
No need to worry. We are not saying you did.
Okay. Well, I didn't. Since the street sign's messed up? Okay. What do you mean? Yes, sir. District of Martinez.
マルティニエズ地区。
This intersection is called Roundabout North.
He knows where we are. He just wants directions.
Oh, that's right there, in the yard.
She's relieved someone has come for it, finally. Even all the way over here, there's a drop of death in the spring air.
No problem.
She's very well composed, back straight.
Me?
She hides it well, but behind the sweat and dirt there is something
隠しているが、
else
汗と泥
in
のところ
her
に何
rigid
かがある。
posture.
それだけではないだろう。
Is there?
The quickness of the reply certainly does not prove you wrong.
お前が間違っていることを示しているわけではない。
I am working.
なんで
I have a greenhouse in the yard there. I've been trying to get some work done. Well, as you already know, there's a corpse there, hanging from a tree.
Don't worry, miss. We are here to clean it up. You can get to work soon.
Thank you. My
Salts? Ammonium salts. Perhaps useful for later.
アンモニウム塩。
Of course. I won't hold you back.
If there's a corpse, then you're going to need those gloves for the autopsy.
立ち去る。黄色いやつが欲しい。
Sure, keep them. I have another pair.
やった。
Really? None. Maybe just a time.
嫌味だ。アイテムゲッツ。衣類。これ。黄色いのしてる。黄色いのしてる。すんごいよくある。これが警察のマークね。これね。警察じゃねえか。市民軍。はてさて。ここから死体を探しに行くところですね。行きたい。てか、そもそもまず最初にテレビの調査を聞かなきゃいけない。すげえいっぱい見れる。すげえいっぱい見れ誰か寝てない？ちょっと待って、誰か寝てた？寝てる。なんかある。タコじゃない？
That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already?
今よぜ。
Oh, excuse me. Do you have something better to do than lust for sweet syrupy rum and lemonade? With a twist of lemon? Maybe lime. Maybe who cares?
終了だ。今は酒は飲もう。どうするのかもしれないけど。一旦これやりますか。すっげえ続くじゃなくていうか、めちゃくちゃやることいっぱいある。セーブはクイックセーブ。 クセーブってなんかあったんだよな。F5 か。F5 か。ヘルプは F1。チェックを振り直せる。選択肢を下げるかレベルアップに再調整。レッドチェックは1とか。なるほどね。キャラクターシート、思考キャビネット、クイックセレクト、キャラクター思考キャビネット。これ変形。なんだっけ。キャラクターシート。あ、はいはい。これがキャラクターシート。なんで色ついてんだろう。こんな人向け曲芸、一視狙撃手ジャグラー。